Hello friends, this is Shivakkumar and as a part of the today video, actually I'm going to discuss about SAP S4 HANA in banking industry. So this will be a solution, banking solution to benefit more companies, right? And thanks for supporting me for these days and thanks for subscribing my videos and giving likes and sharing my videos to your friends. And now let's move on to the banking part of SAP S4 HANA. So the new market changes are forcing the need of for the business transformation. As already everybody knows that changing business models, increase in technology, changing the lifestyle. So advance in technology along with rising customer expectations and demands requires a new process and automation in the banking industry compared to a traditional banking ways, right? So I think actually this will be solved using the SAP, I can say banking process. Banks must be able to respond to the changing demands and will satisfy the customer requirements, right? Then and there they need to address that while complying with the regulations and reporting requirements, and also they need to, I can say, they need to compete with all. I mean, I can say the different banking people in the now in the banking new banking era, right? So all this can be satisfied with SAP S4 HANA. So it's an all-in-one platform that can help business companies in the banking industry to adapt to the new changes. One of the most important things for banks to consider today is a digitalization. As everybody know, actually, lot of migrations in case of banking industries. There are a lot of automation, the creating bank accounts and in maintaining customer accounts, loan processing, and then actually mass transfer of data, my amount, money, everything actually say maintaining customers, everything can be operated on the digital platform. So digitalization of the services are completely done. So not only should services to the customer centric, but they should promote ease of use and trust, giving users the ability to access services on any devices will lead to better customer experience. Say if they want to operate from the iPhone, or if they want to operate from the Android phones, or whatever, say even from the Windows systems, or I can say Mac systems. So it is inevitable to adapt the new technology and digitalization process that SAP has given. So the digital enterprise allows users to connect all aspects of business. Okay, so there are many products or solutions or softwares available for the digitalization of banking, but among those, actually, again, SAP is dominating all other softwares and solutions and placing the banking sector to the topmost core, right? So those banks who implemented SAP will have a more return on investment, good customer satisfaction, more automation, everything is there. One of the key changes for the bank account management in SAP S4 HANA has been that banks accounts are no longer configured and are actually treated as a master data. This in turn provides a complete lifecycle management and change control for the bank accounts to the business users. In this video, I would talk about the various master data involved in the setup of for the bank account management. Therefore, bank, uh, house bank, and all these things, right? So I can say, so SAP, I mean, actually mainly concentrating on for the banking, which helps the companies, right? So respond of rapid changes. So SAP S4 HANA is a digital core serving as one of the stop shop for all the enterprises process, but with the flexibility and reliability of the platform, companies are able to add new business tools onto the existing environment, allowing them to extend their capabilities whenever required. And then second part, I mean, as a part of SAP solution for banking help companies, so risk control, enhance the responsiveness to regulatory mandates and keep your system up to date with regulations. And third one, card management. Reduce time to market by being able to manage all the card life cycles and issuing process within one solution. Streamlining lending operations with SAP lending management. Simple data management. So the digital core allows business to utilize artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, and data analytics. So the most competitive banks have already begun incorporating these technologies into their business process to better serve their clients. Create a customized e-commerce experience. Deliver relevant and impactful commerce experiences with real-time personalization with SAP Commerce Cloud. Provide real-time process and balance to the customers. Provide advanced cash management and payment services. Get an all-encompassing view of your customer. Gain feedback easily with SAP Qualtrics Digital CX. Automated reporting. So process applications centrally compile customer information effortlessly with seamless customer onboarding, predictive analytics, analyze customer behaviors to create suggested service to meet customer needs, increase productivity by increasing user experiences, engaging your workforce. Whether business are looking to improve banking operations, the customer experience, spend management, or reduce risk, right? So SAP S4HANA is the all-in-one solution to fix all these things. Okay. So now let's move on to the next page. So we can focus our discussion on master data as already told. So the bank or account master data processing with the basic cash management and direct revision activate, right? So the cash management scope is the one. So basic scope and bank account revision is one that is activate directly, and bank account master data processing with the full cash management and direct revision should be activated, and cash management scope is 2. So basic scope and bank account revision is 1, so which can be activated directly. And as a third point, bank account master data processing with the full cache management and dual control revisions should be activated. And then cache management scope is 2. Basic scope and bank account revision is 2. Activate via a dual control. So for as a fourth point, bank account master data processing with full cache management and workflow revision activate. So cache management scope is 1. So basic scope and bank account revision is 1. Activate via workflow. So we have the activation directly mode is there and dual control, then activate via, that is basic scope and bank account activation revision should be activated through a workflow also possible. So here kindly note that bank account master data processing with the full cache management versions, right, including direct revision activate, dual control revisions activate, and workflow revision activate requires an additional license for SAP cache management powered by SAP S4HANA. So bank, let's begin with the bank, right? Now the bank master is one of the first master data which would be created for bank accounting. This would include the bank keys, bank address, and control data, etc. So the following options are there for its creation. As a part of the bank managed bank's basic Fiori app, replacing FI01 in a GUI transaction, right? SAP GUI transaction, that is FI01, which is replaced by a Fiori app that is managed banks. For creating the few bank keys, the Fiori app managed banks basic can be used. So I have not given the screenshot. So we need to have the option of a tile called create bank button, right? The Fiori app replaces FI01 for creation of bank account, that is managed banks, and then FI02 for change, FI03 for display used in the guide, which can be still be used to create change and display banks. However, it is not recommended. Okay, please note it is a protective scenario in the bank key must be created in the production system, the development system, and consolidation test systems separately, which can be time consuming. Therefore, other two options will provide mass options for creating loading bank keys. Second one, mass creation of bank using migration cockpit transaction LTMC. Okay. So generally we would need to create a lot of bank keys in the mass. It's a normal fact in a real time. Actually, we need to upload a lot of bank keys in one single shot. I mean, creating it manually will be a time consuming, and it is a robust process for the bank. I mean bankers, right? So with SAP S/4HANA, SAP provides a data loading service. Therefore, SAP S/4HANA Migration Cockpit, right? This provides the option of migrating the master data and transaction data in a mass. If you are new to LTMC tool, please go through the SAP help portal to understand it better. So you can check in website SAP S/4HANA HANA Migration Cockpit. Okay. So now coming back to the video, one of the migration objects available in the bank, right, which we can use for uploading the bank key and related informations, right. For this, the use T code LTMC and then use the migration object bank, right. So I have not shown a screenshot here. So I've just I mean it's because actually you can see, I mean I have given the transactions and everything, so I'm not interested to give this screenshots. After choosing the migration object bank, select the download template button. Latest template can be downloaded and should be used, right, depending on the SAP S/4HANA version. So this is a source of source data for migration. We have a key address can be defined. So name of the name or number, and then example city, and then branch, then control data. Everything can be used. This template is used for the test system for SAP S/4HANA 1909, right? FES1 on on-premise system. So this template can be uploaded. So the field marked with asterisks are mandatory. Okay. So that is important. Here you can see the star actually which are mandatory, right? For details, refer field list sheet of the template. So I have given this is a field list template, and also you can see here. So this template can be used to enter all the bank information and loaded into the SAP S/4HANA system by running the migration cockpit tool transaction LTMC. The file is validated by the migration cockpit, and then the bank keys are updated in the system. All the errors, if any, during the upload are shown during the file import. And this is same like simple like WM, SD, QM, all these things. When you're uploading, it will show error. Based on that, you need to have a corrective action. All the entries with errors are ignored, and rest of the file entries are uploaded in the system successfully. The SAP S/4HANA Migration Cockpit tool is the preferred option now and replaces LSMW. So where we used to create a recording for FI01 transaction. So the transaction is LTMC, so which is replacing the LSMW. So options, that is files. Usage is lot of data to be transferred in an automated way. Staging tables, small amount of data uploaded manually, that is small amount of data manually. Okay. And direct transfer using an RFC connection. When source system is SAP ERP or higher version, we can have a direct transfer of data, okay, using the RFC connection setup. So first prerequisite is you need to set up an RFC connection for the direct transfer, and then there actually the live banks can be details can be transferred to the system. So now as a part 3, bank directory data transfer. Okay. Another option available for loading the bank data in mass is when we are starting a new SAP implementation is by loading the bank file directory. The bank directory contains bank master data. This includes bank address data and control data such as a Swift SWIFT code and bank groups. Details for the post office banks should be identified specially. The bank directory must contain the master data for all the banks that you require for the payment transaction with your business partners. Okay, so what are the banks to be? Say, for example, the bank directory must contain master data for all the banks that you require for the payment transaction with your business partner. This includes your banks and the banks of your business partner. So thereby it simplifies and improves the your companies when SAP S/4HANA banking software is module is implemented. The bank directory can be created automatically, okay, based on the country specific data transfer, okay. So using the program RFBVALL underscore 0 guide transaction code BAUP, you can import a bank directory into the SAP system from an ASCII file. You usually obtain a national bank directory on the data medium at the banking organization in your country. Your, you should regularly update the bank directory then and there required. If any transactions are updated, then immediately you need to update in the SAP system. In the customization, if you want, in customizing Pro IMG, we have cross application components. Choose bank directory data transfer, then transfer bank directory data, and which should be country specific. And then international data transfer using program RFBVBIC underscore 0. T code for the equivalent in GUI is BIC2. You can import a bank directory that you have created using the BIC database plus into the SAP system. In customizing for cross-application components, choose bank directory data transfer, bank directory data international. So please refer SAP applications help for more information on this bank directory transfers about the various options for both the programs, right? I found the application help extremely useful and was able to solve most of the most of our queries while using a program for a SEPA implementation for one of my clients. Okay. So I checked with the actually my consultant in the area of who worked as in the banking. So I collected all this data. Okay. So please note, although this video is written for an on-premise edition in mind, okay. However, it is not written for the cloud services. However, it's good to note that most of the options would also work on SAP HANA cloud, except the bank directory transfer, which did not have support in the cloud until recently. Now, actually, transfer bank BAC, that is BAC data Fiori app is available for this purpose for doing bank directory transfer. So please keep in mind that Fiori app transfer BAC data is available for the cloud services version. So whatever video I have created is for on-premise banking solutions. Okay. So now we need to create an house bank. Secondly, let's talk about the house banks. The house bank accounts for the company or the bank accounts that company owns. These can be used by the company to process payment transactions. Each house bank is linked with a bank account in a bank account master data via the bank account connectivity. Okay. Each house bank of company code is represented by a bank ID in the SAP system. Every account at a house bank by an account ID. In the SAP system, you can use bank ID and the account ID to specific bank details. Okay, how you can specify the bank detail is in SAP, you can use bank ID and account ID. These specifications are used, right? For example, for automatic payment transactions to determine the bank details for payment. And to create a house bank, we have the following options are there, right? Manage banks area. In the apps manage banks, search the bank for which you will need to create the house bank. In this example, we are choosing bank key 987653 as created, I mean earlier, or choose a create bank option to create a bank key also. Okay. Click on the bank name and then click on edit. Okay. So these are the steps for creating the house bank. And IMG for this is financial accounting, banking accounting, bank accounts define house banks. Please note, in a real productive business scenario, the creation of house bank will need to be done in the development system, consolidation test system, and production system. Since house banks are master data in the SAP S/4HANA system, however, as a part of initial setup of the system, yeah, I would recommend to create a house bank as a configuration. It's a traditional way, okay, not a run book entry and transport consistently through the systems using guide transaction code FI12 underscore H bank, that is nothing but a house bank. So once house banks are transported to the production, further bank account management can be done using the Manage Banks Fury apps as described earlier. So now third part is bank account. So lastly, let's talk about the bank accounts. There are three ways for creating the bank account in SAP S4 HANA. So we are going to see one by one. The first option is Manage Bank Accounts Fury app. The preferred option in SAP S4 HANA is through Fury. Now this app is one-stop shop for the bank account master data processing to create, modify or change, copy or close or reopen bank account. Using this app, business user can have an overview of bank accounts and maintain bank account master data according to the business needs. Okay, so this is what we are going to see. And new queue features. So create new bank accounts, master data, master records. Define your own views by creating bank account groups. Create your bank accounts in the standard views including bank hierarchy view, the account list view and the house bank account list view. Open a bank account master data where you can check account details, make changes to the attributes, track change history, copy the account to create a new account, close bank account or delete the account if it is inactive. Use SAP Business Workflows to control the process of creating, modifying and closing bank accounts. Import bank accounts and export bank accounts. Okay, this will be covered in the coming chapters, coming pages. Recently added features, okay, in SAP is for HANA. So you can uh, now choose to implement dual control process for bank account management. Revisions are then saved whenever you or any other users create, modify, copy, reopen or close a bank account, right? Settings for the bank statements have been added to the bank account master data, and a new field for the financial object numbers has been added and allows for the integration with the treasury and risk management, because TRM is very important. Okay, that is important. So all this treasury and risk management is a factor of actually the banking thing. So that is what they are saying. The new field for financial object numbers has been added and allowed for integration with treasury and risk management. And a new field for transaction type is available for the processing this accounts which are electronic bank statements. And we can delete the multiple inactive bank accounts and bank account drafts from the account list using the new delete button. Examine exception bank accounts in a workflow process. Okay. So now we are going to see the import bank accounts. Okay, this can be in the following situations. So initial load, we can be loading the bank accounts in the development system by filling the details in the downloaded template. Moving to the higher system, say we have migration, we are importing the bank accounts in the higher system by using the export file from the lower systems. Or mass changes, the move or higher system means ECC to S/4HANA is a good example. Mass change. There could be a situation to do a mass change in the bank accounts due to a certain business requirements. Okay. For further details on various situations possible and handling through this app, so we please refer the following OSS notes 2304752. This shows an examples of importing bank accounts. Okay. So we have two methods in SAP to do importing of bank accounts. That is override mode. By selecting the override option, if you leave a field blank in the source file, the respective field in the bank account master data will be erased after the import. This is always selected by default when coming in the SAP. And update mode. By selecting the override option, empty fields in the source file will be ignored during the import. Only fields with values will be updated after the import. Now this option can be very important in case one does not want to risk changing some data by mistake in production system. See, normally we saw the key master data involved while implementing bank account management for SAP S4HANA customers, right? We looked at the banks, house banks, and bank accounts and various options available for creating them in SAP S/4HANA systems or replicated them from the legacy systems. Okay, we also saw mass options for the same. Hope this was helpful for you to get a deeper understanding of the subject and is useful for your current or next assignments, right? Please go through your references shared above for SAP Health Portal systems and OSS notes, as well as for understanding the banking solution in using SAP for HANA as a part of the implementation, right? So it will fulfill your queries and you can easily address or resolve your problems and queries. Thanks for watching my video on banking solution. I mean SAP S4 HANA solution. I mean on for the banking solutions. So I hope this is very useful. And actually, this is a very high level, I can say, detailed video. So it is not going very deep because actually, so whatever I have collected from my friends, right? Those who are working in SAP solutions for banking industry, right? So I just got a, collected the details and I framed this video. Thanks for watching my videos. This is GB Shivakkumar signing off. Please share with your friends if you like this video and give likes, and please subscribe my channel. Again, thank you. GB Shokmar signing off.